Okay, so what I wanted to say is I think a big reason why people, go off the reservation, so to speak, and like they start shilling their own coins or whatever, is because basically they have a come up, and it's basically it is, so to speak, like Richard Hart owns a mall and you open up a store in the mall. Like you are my channel is really me sort of promulgating the uh, the the uh, the messaging of Richard Hart, in my own way, but like the overall principles of hex and cryptocurrency, very heavily influenced by him. And like my audience, I was able to get a big audience, relatively big audience, relatively quickly in comparison to the normal YouTuber because I basically sort of built a, a stand in his mall. It is based off the no, it is based off the merit and
Well,
like
you
the legacy.
you
No,
got
no,
that there,
no. So
buddy.
what happens is people start to think that it's really them. It's really them that made them like this popular, but it's not really you. It's not really you. And they have, or they will come to that I guess rude awakening that what they've really their come up, so to speak, was it was sort of like it was off the merit of something, and they're part of something a lot bigger than any single person. So I think people start to get arrogant, and I hope that doesn't happen to me. Where people start to think it's all about them, and then they think they're somebody they're not. They start to think they're at that level of Richard Hart when really everything
it's
that
like
they've
the
done
Google
was
geniuses. It's a Google genius effect, right? So you Google something and you think you're smart because you're able to recite something that you Google.
Yeah.
Not that it's actually knowledge that you've ever retained, but you're like, Google says, so it's the same kind of thing, right? So you learn more from failures than success. Sometimes you're not ready for instant success. It's overwhelming. I find it overwhelming because I was just having a conversation with my friends on Twitter, and then I turned around and there's 15,000 people standing behind me listening. Talk about stage fright, right? So never because in no way, shape, or form did I intend to be a personality in this space. I have no interest in running a channel whatsoever. I tried to delete my Twitter, and I had 20 people calling my phone and giving me texts and asking me if I was okay.
Dude,
I
was bugging.
Man,
I was bugging when you
I
deleted
never wanted to do this. I don't understand why people don't understand that, because I'm not someone that wants the attention. I'm a special effects guy, man. I'm used to being behind the scenes. My credit is in my work, not in my appearance, or being present somewhere, right? I'm a very reserved person. I do conventions and trade shows and deal with like 10,000 people. So it's part of my training and my job to be personable and talk to people. But I don't like it. I do it because that was my job. And that's kind of like the least part of my job that I like is all that interaction. I'm actually okay with being withdrawn into myself and my own thoughts. So, and in fact, for the most part, until I met the Hex community, I didn't think there was really anybody worth talking to. Because people are, the majority of people are just really dumb, and you can't have a conversation with a moron. It's just, where are you going to get?
Yeah, no. So it's a great point. It comes back to what Richard said. You guys think you're smart, but you're really just smart enough to be dangerous, and that's why you need someone actually smart to come in. Right. It's like you guys think that it's you. It's not you. It's Richard Hart. So you need someone who's you need Johnny or Richard to come and to actually tell you.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested in vanity. I'm not interested in social dynamics. I don't have a product to sell anybody. Okay. So I don't have to do the funny clothes. I can pick on Richard for doing the funny clothes because I don't got to do that. Yeah. I think it's funny that he does that. Yeah. I don't got to do that. All right. I don't have to be controversial. I don't have to be in people's faces. I don't have to be heard. I don't care. Y'all can forget me. It's okay. I don't care. It's really not important to me. What's the reason I do this again is because for evil to succeed, all you need is good men to do nothing, right?
Mhm.
And I saw like this whole corrupt crypto space got Richard in a corner and they're just beating on him. They're trying to keep him from doing anything, right? And it's like these guys are the corrupt ones. Man, why they busted on this guy? This guy's like trying to do some shit here, you know? And I saw that and I'm like, no, that's bull, right? And then I learned, I started learning what they didn't know. And I started realizing, wow, this is messed up. A lot of this stuff is messed up. And then you start hearing people repeat the same narratives and the same bullshit over and over again. You're like, no, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Mhm.
And so I just started saying, that ain't right. And next thing you know, this is where I am. And
Because it's the people that don't want to, the people that are capable of stepping up are usually the people that don't want to. And the reason why there's so many people out there
because they want attention.
saying this BS is because these people are not interested in the truth. They're interested in engagement. They're not really the smart ones out there. It's usually the people that are not putting themselves out there that really know the most, because they know the most, so they don't need a profit off putting themselves out there. And that's
Well,
why Johnny Chaos is the hero we need, not the hero we deserve.